Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video, I'll be taking a look at the latest release from New Wave Toys, Zoltar. Before I get started, I want to say thank you so much to New Wave Toys for sending this out to me for review. Now, this was sent out to me, but as usual with New Wave Toys, no one has asked me to say anything specific in this review or asked to see the video before it was posted. All views and opinions are my own, so with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the history of Zoltar. For many of us, we remember seeing Zoltar for the first time in the classic 80s comedy film Big. In the movie, a young boy named Josh is hanging out at an arcade on the boardwalk when he comes across the fortune-telling Zoltar machine. It's here that he makes a wish to be big and wakes up the next morning to find he's been turned into Tom Hanks. However, this version of Zoltar was a custom prop made specifically for the movie and not based on a real fortune-telling machine. The closest thing to it before this movie was a similarly named Zoltan machine that dates back to the 1960s. Fast forward nearly 20 years to 2006 and a company called Characters Unlimited. Olav Stanton, the owner of the company, started Characters Unlimited in 1987, specializing in making all kinds of different animatronics characters and other items designed for storefronts and amusement centers. However, it was in 2006 that Olav applied for and won the trademark for Zoltar Speaks. When it came to making this new Zoltar, there was a conscious effort on the part of Olav and Characters Unlimited to make a machine that was different from the one in the movie. Still, for many people, Zoltar will always be synonymous with big, no matter what he actually looks like. And now, here we are in 2024 with a fully functioning 1/6 scale replica of the Zoltar Speaks machine. Now, this version is based on the one from Characters Unlimited and is fully licensed by them. In the box, there are a handful of extras that come with the machine. First off, you have a USB-C power cable for charging. Now, there's also a faux power cable. And this does nothing, but it will allow you to relive the scene from the movie where the Zoltar machine appears to operate, even when it isn't plugged in. You also get a little baggie of mini coins, which can be used to operate Zoltar. And finally, an instruction manual. Now, let's talk about Zoltar himself. Before you start playing around with him, there are two things you'll want to do. First, make sure you plug him in and wait for the machine to be fully charged. And second, you want to make sure the tickets are aligned properly. Take the starting ticket that is sticking out and pull on it gently until you see the word stop. Each ticket has a perforated edge and you should feel it line up with the bottom of the ticket dispenser slot, making it easier to tear off each fortune. If, for some reason, you want or need to roll back the tickets, all you need to do is open the access panel on Zoltar's left side. From here, you'll see a small black lever. Hold that down and use a screwdriver or clip to roll back the ticket tape until you get it where you want it. This is also where you would change the ticket roll if you need to. Just unscrew these two screws and pull the casing. Put in the new roll, feed through the slot and line it up just like the previous roll. Screw the casing back on and you're good to go. Now, one quick note. For those of you who pre-ordered, you might have noticed you received a second roll of tickets. Now, there are 55 fortunes in all, and the first batch of machines were sent out with the 55 tickets split among two rolls. New Wave Toys later discovered they could fit all 55 on one roll, so later versions, like the one I have, only have one roll pre-installed. In either case, everyone should have all 55 Zoltar fortunes included. Overall, the Zoltar machine is an incredible replica of the real thing, from the curtains behind him to his wardrobe and tarot cards. In action, there are lights behind him and above him that light up. Zoltar not only speaks to you, but his eyes move back and forth, his mouth opens and closes, and his hand waves over his crystal ball, which also lights up. On the back, you have access to all of the ports and switches needed to get Zoltar going. There's a USB-C port for charging, as well as a place to plug in the mini fake power cord. The volume rocker is back here to control the volume level when Zoltar speaks. Of course, you also have an on-off switch and a switch to control the attract mode feature. This is a really cool feature that controls how often Zoltar will speak and entice you to play with him. In the off position, Zoltar won't speak until you operate him. In attract mode, he'll say one of several random phrases every 5 minutes. And in IR mode, he will talk every time he senses movement. On the front of the machine, to the left of the coin slot, you'll see a round black dot. This houses the IR sensor. Every time it detects movement, Zoltar will speak to you. Like this.
I see you over there. Yes, you. Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
To have Zoltar read your fortune, you have two options. First, you can press the small gold button on the right side of the machine. Once you do, Zoltar will light up and speak to you before dispensing your fortune.
Words of wisdom to bring you much happiness. As you travel through this life, remember this. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Go ahead and let Zoltar tell you more.
As I said, there are 55 unique fortunes in all. And while they are fun to read, at this scale, the writing is really tiny, and my old eyes had a lot of trouble reading them without a magnifying glass. And the other way is to place one of the included mini coins in the coin slot. As soon as the coin goes in, Zoltar will again come alive and give you another fortune. To get your coins back, all you need to do is look at the back of the machine again, and you'll find the coin box. Pull it out and retrieve your coins. If I had one negative comment, it would be that if you had an issue with the machine, whether during shipment or usage, it would be hard to get access to the interior of it to fix things. Oh sure, you can remove the screws and take off the entire back panel. But if New Wave Toys ever makes another animatronic toy like this, I'd suggest adding an easy to open access panel in the back. Zoltar stands at just over a foot tall and fits in well with the other replicades, if you happen to have any. If you're a fan of New Wave Toys and their 1/6 scale replicas, then it's a great addition to your mini arcade. I can see this having a large appeal, not just to fans of New Wave Toys, but to fans of arcade replicas in general, animatronics toys, or even specifically Zoltar himself, whether you're a fan of the real thing or the movie Big. At the time of recording this review, the Zoltar Speaks fortune teller machine is currently sold out from New Wave Toys. However, they do plan on having more available soon, so if you're interested, I suggest going to their website and signing up to be notified once it's available. And the current retail price is $149.99. Also, at some point in the near future, they will be selling extra rolls of fortunes, so you don't have to worry about running through all of them. But there you have it. That's Zoltar Speaks from New Wave Toys. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts on this latest release from New Wave Toys. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that too. That's all for now, and I'll see you next time. Happy gaming!
I am Zoltar, the Great Gypsy, and I can see your fortune. Come see it too, no?